Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Sellers. Fires quickly. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
To the air, it's Sellers. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
The Gamecocks back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Lets it fly. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Good right down the boulevard. And with the field goal guys all locked up here in the 1st quarter.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up. Caught in the backfield, it's Staley. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. The Volunteers will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution.
Snags it, and he's open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So 1st down here as they go back to work. The offense changing the play. Here's Sellers to throw. Makes the catch. It's Hunt. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on third down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football, great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver getting that INT.
Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. With the catch, it's Harbor. And he'll be brought down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Making side adjustments here. Sellers from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Play fake, Sellers. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Tennessee sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The pull and throw off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Running inside, It's Bishop. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They tried to fool him with the run on third down, and they're looking at fourth and plenty of work to do. They booted away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Sellers. The sure hands. It's Hunt. There he goes. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Under fire. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Reads it, fires complete. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. Unloads it downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got rid of it just in time.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Another incompletion on third down. The Vols line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Throwing, Sellers. Blasted as he lets it go. On target to the left. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. That's caught. It's Harbor. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. From the gun on third down, Sellers. He's going to run it. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. They'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. Oh, they're after him. Throwing on the rock. He holds it in, and nobody's close.
Sometimes as quarterbacks, you have to play above the X's and O's. That play is designed to be thrown from the pocket. Because of the pass rush, it wasn't going to happen. So he had to use his athleticism, get outside the pocket, and then make something happen on the fly. Nice job.
Looking to throw on first down. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like...
Got it! He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. And the Vols will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more?
And he's got room. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll try it over the left side. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. Split backs here. Motion from the wide receiver. Sellers. Bringing the heat. Out of the backfield, he's open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Gamecocks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. On the ground, it's Clark. And he does a nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Quarterback may change this route. Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Breaks into the open. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Throwing Sellers. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. They'll send 5 wide receivers out, maybe creating some room for the quarterback to run. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the beatdown has ensued.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Bishop. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. 2nd and 1, and they're going to make him line up to defend the pass. 4 wideouts, 2 on either side. Back to pass. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey, guys, checking in from the home team sidelines. Guys, I can tell you something we have got to keep our eye on. This quarterback was really banged up and bruised up after last week's win. He told me when I caught up with him this week, he has definitely been feeling...
Makes the grab in their space. And the Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's Sellers to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Tuggle. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Looking for a crease. It's Clark. There's some room. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Gamecocks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. The RPO, it's complete. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll send the back in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Well, that's just a foolish penalty. You can't lose track of the play clock that close to the goal line, but still 1st and goal. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, South Carolina! score. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
So here is the Tennessee offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Lots of running room. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Maybe a crease. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Bishop. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Running inside. It's Bishop. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hunt. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. And the Gamecocks come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Sellers, pocket breaking down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Here's a heat. Wide open downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And if you're going to play zone coverage, man, you've got to get to the quarterback because those holes are going to pop open at some point. Nice job hanging in the pocket. Good protection by the offensive line, finding the strike over the middle of the field, but started with the protection up front.
Defense right there to stop.